It's okay, relaxing. We're all good. It's a relaxing time at the cafe. Relaxing. Everything's good. Technical difficulties, but we got it under control here. Hey, what the matter with your head? Hey, 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 what the matter with your mind and your son and whoa, whoa, hey, nothing the matter with your head, baby, find it, come on and find it, hey, with it, baby, 'cause you're fine and you're mine and you're so divine. Come and give your love. 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 Hey, what's the matter if you feel right? Don't you feel right, baby? Hey, get it from the main line. Alright, I said I'll find it, I'll find it. Go on and love it if you like it. Hey, hey, hey. It's your business if you want some, take some. Get it together, baby. Come and get your love. 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 Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love. 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 Hey, what the matter if you feel right? Don't you feel right, baby? Hey, get it from the main line, alright. Come and get your love. 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 Thank you so very much. It's a lovely day. The weather is competing with us. It's not competing with us anymore. Never mind that. I'm talking too much. On to the show. Thank you very much. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
double fisting between my wands and my bell. I'm like, how much greatness can I bring into what studio at one time? Welcome everyone to our Thursday midday, and yes, the sun is, oh no it's not, it was shining this morning in South Florida, but it's a little bit overcast, and hopefully everyone's getting it safely. I hope our good friend Anna Ray is coming in today, so hopefully she got a safe flight in. Freddie is out today, but of course, there's no better co-host for me right now than I've got Tinkerbell joining us, Mrs. Paulette Pfeffer joining us of Tinkerbell's Kids. We got a lot of great stuff happening. We're going to talk about Tinkerbell's Kids. We're going to talk about Aunt Media Futures Foundation, the future for our youth, everything that's going on. And a huge thank you to Baxton.
Thank you.
Nice job. Baxton,
Thank you.
you're like the oldie but a goodie here. You are the longest longevity producer here right now.
It's like I feel like an old man sometimes, you know. I was working out at the gym the other day, and I was.
Did your knees pop?
Huh?
Did your knees pop?
No, I was working out with my gym trainer. It's not my normal gym trainer. It was a fill-in for that day, and I was like, "Yeah, I turned 25 the other day." And he's like, "Oh yeah, happy birthday." He says, "Well, Baxton, you're officially older than me." I said, "What are you talking about? Well, what are you talking about?" He says, "I'm 24. I'm like, "This is not happening. My gym trainer is not a year older than."
How do you think we feel?
Yes.
We got a crew running our studio. I don't know. How do you feel?
You know, Don, thank you for having me on again, and I'm glad to be a partner today.
We are so
because we're
excited.
Celebrating a whole lot of things today.
Right? I know.
And one of the more important things is hearing that you're starting a nonprofit.
Oh.
Because I can tell you, your heart is bigger, 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 bigger than everything you do when you work with children at risk, with children who can't do it themselves, and with you, they're able to achieve the highest height. So I'm so proud to be with you today.
Thank you.
And with Ari and Bax, and of course, we're going to spend the day today talking about how we reach higher heights. How do we go through trauma and still make it through because of the power that we create ourselves within ourselves. So talking about age, since we're talking about age today, my husband notified me this morning that he and I are in the 1% of the world who are over 70.
Wow.
1% in the whole world
That's
that
it?
survived 79 and 80, because they say that people die much younger than that. I'm 79 years old. My husband is 81.
Amazing.
It's not about what you didn't do. It's about what you're going to do. Because a lot of things I haven't done in my life, but I did everything I wanted to do in my life. And that's the most amazing thing of all, that Dawn is now starting her new phase of her life that will be, of course, never giving this up, but also starting something that helps others just from the heart. So I applaud you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. You know, the most
So-
amazing thing is you never know where life is going to take you, right? Ari said earlier, we plan and then God has a whole nother plan. And I remember growing up like these kids and going to high school, and I wanted to be a speech pathologist. And my counselor at the time says, "Oh no, you're far too beautiful to be a speech pathologist. You should go into communications." And I went, okay. So I went into communications, and I knew I still wanted to be a speech pathologist. Graduated University of Miami, and they said, "All right, you can go back for a second bachelor's." I'm like, not doing that. You can go for a master's, but then you have to take all your biology. I didn't really want to do that. So I said, all right, let me get my master's in special ed. So with that, my passion has always been about kids, about neurodiversity, about being treated equally. And then I had my bachelor's in communications, and then when I met Freddie, he said, "Well, come work with me." I said, "I don't do what you do. I don't do this." He said, "Well, what's your background in?" "Okay." "What's your master's in?" "Okay." I said, "But that's what I know. That's what I love." So for 8 years, I've had the pleasure of interviewing foundations and doing things that I love in our crew that I so adore. And now this non-for-profit. So as I planned, God said, "Here's your plan, where I'm going to put all these puzzle pieces together for you." And it's right here in this studio, which is so spectacular for me to actually share all of my love with our crew and with you and Ari and all the things that we've got going now.
So being part of the team today makes me really excited, because thanks to Media and Wes, who, by the way, Wes does a lot of the breathing exercises. And he's
okay.
teaching everybody. As a matter of fact, he's going to start doing it in our building. He's going to be one of our trainers. So we're very excited about that. But today we're going to talk about how do you push yourself a little further? How do you keep going when you break your neck? I broke my neck 4 years ago. But through twerking and dancing, my neck came back and stood up straight. My back is straight, my neck is straight, and it could have been one of those occasions when you die because I was skiing and I fell backwards into my head, into my neck that broke in half. So what is amazing about all this is you need to have the stamina, but to have the stamina, you have to have the will. First, you have to start with thinking, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Doesn't matter if you're 5 years old today or if you're going to be 80 like I am. It's all about what you decide you're going to follow through and break through your anxiety and your fears and your angers, and your aims are higher than ever before. And people will try and talk you out of it. We talked about that just before.
Truth.
People will talk you out of doing more. They always want you to do less. Not because they don't love you. Has nothing to do with that. Don't think that people are trying to do something bad for you. They're trying to make you feel more like them. And them may not be who you are. Who you are is you want to fight through all the different walls and doors that stop you from going to the next step.
But what's your secret? 79, you're approaching 80, to say, I could have retired, my husband and I could have retired, played cards with the girls, the things that people like to do, but instead you're going on 35 years of victims of silent victims of crime. You've got Tinkerbell's Kids, which is now growing the foundation. And now thankfully, you're bringing us into the fold, or bringing your Miami studio into the fold, or instead of stopping, you're collecting more. You just keep bringing more and more into your basket. What's your secret?
I think the secret is to wake up in the morning, and I wake up just as sleepy as anybody else in the morning. But the first thing I do is put a smile on my face. Second thing I do is brush my teeth. And right after that, I bend my knees into a Tai Chi position. And I start moving my butt from left to right and then in circles. And I do that for 5 minutes straight because it brings the blood to my brain. And I was doing that in the hospital, recovering 4 years ago when I broke my neck. And then the nurses would come in and say, what are you doing? And we'd close the door and I'd be teaching the nurses. Then I closed the door when the doctors came in and they said, what are you doing? I said, it's called Tai Chi twerk. They said, I never heard of that before. I know, I just made it up. So let's do the Tai Chi twerk. So we all started doing it together, and we decided that we all felt better right after those 5 to 10 minutes of Tai Chi twerk. And it's only bending your knees in a Tai Chi position. Why don't I show you?
Show us.
I'll show it to you right now. So this is what you do.
How cute is she?
Bend your knees. Let me go more to this side. This side. Okay, bend your knees. Make yourself comfortable. Shift weight from one to the other side. So you're already bringing strength to your legs. You're also gaining a lot of balance, which a lot of people lose after 70. And you're creating the position that will get you to move. Boop, 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 boop. And it's 5 minutes of this. And most of the people that I do it with, after a minute or so, they can't breathe because it does take your breath away. So what does it do for you? It adds extra breath into your lungs. And since I had a piece of my lung removed last year, it helped my lungs, because breathing is hard when you don't have all your lungs. And also, it gives me the stamina, the energy, and the will to go the next step. And I walk into my husband's office, which is in our house, and I go, hi, good morning, honey. And he goes, oh, God, she's smiling again.
How many years have you been married?
24 years,
God
and he's the
bless.
love of my life.
Wow. Amazing.
And it's
Amazing.
a decision I make every day, to love him more and more every day.
Wow.
And I know that most of you don't believe that it's all decision. It's all decision. Everything in your life is not how you were born, where you were born. I'm a survivor of the Holocaust. So does that have anything to do with my stamina and my energy? Absolutely not. It gives me a background. It gives me something that I started with, like all of us. So watching you today, Dawn, and knowing that you're going to start a new phase of your life, that's how you do it. You keep starting new phases in your life, and it doesn't mean that you give up the old. It doesn't mean that what you've done before doesn't count. All of it
It all
counts.
counts.
to getting to where you're going. Every single one. But having done nothing in your life that makes you proud, that's what's going to stop you.
Well, we're going to talk more about this on the other side of this commercial break. We're going to talk about, let's bring up the word traumas, right? Because trauma means something different to everyone. Let's talk about the amazing kids that you work with, how we're collaborating, and then we're going to bring Ari into this whole conversation. More to come. You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Like and subscribe our channel and Amp Media Productions for all of the shows that we produce right here at the studio. More to come. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Amp Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I'm going to give the name.
And we are back. Welcome back. I wish we had the cameras rolling since 11 o'clock this morning because
know.
we've had such amazing conversations. Tinkerbell came all the way up from Miami, and thank you for dredging through the storm. You brought Ari Cernick with you, and I want you to do the introductions because I'm really excited. You always bring great guests. So I'm really excited for you to introduce Ari and all that he brings to your foundation.
Our foundation is all about children whose parents are in prison or were in prison, but who are going to aim in a different direction. They can aim towards going to prison, but isn't it better for them to have more options and aim to go to climb a mountain, to fill up their lungs with fresh air, to aim to be a doctor or a lawyer, things that we take for granted sometimes in the richer families. But now with these children who are starting with also already having a problem in their life because parents are in prison, there's no one home sometimes because the second parent may be working, or there may not be any food in the house, there may be guns in the house, there may be cussing in the house. How do you get past that and decide to be ethical, moral, and help others? How do you go from that? So Ari, I'm introducing you today because you're one of those spectacular people that decides at the spare of a moment that your life can be better, and it will be even better if you do something for others. Give us a little bit of what you're going to be doing for silent victims of crime, Tinkerbell's Kids as well. Our programmatic name is Tinkerbell's Kids. Nobody wants to wear a shirt that says silent victim. So Tinkerbell's Kid was born about 2 months ago, and it's part of Silent Victims of Crime. But they were Tinkerbell Kids. So on behalf of silent victims, Ari, who just joined our board 1 month ago, decided he wants to do something for our children that's bigger and higher and more difficult, just as taking a walk or making a commitment. So Ari, tell us a little bit about you and why did you do this?
No, so I just want to say, first of all, thank you for bringing me here, for letting me be part of your board, your life, the impact that you're creating for not only these kids, but if you think about their generations, right? So you are not just changing their lives, but their kids' lives, even their parents' lives. And I've always been someone that believes that the world is bigger than myself. And with what we're talking about trauma and not being able to reach those heights that we want to reach, we have these limiting beliefs. We start listening to what other people think of us or what other people say we can or can't achieve, and then we have this voice inside our head that says, you can't do it. I was born this way and I will never, be able to make something of myself.
But you're young. Why is philanthropy, and you told me from Colombia, you moved to the States, you moved back to Israel, served in the IDF, back to the States. You could do anything, right? You've had experiences around the world. Why is philanthropy, and why are these kids so important to you?
I think life is not about getting, but it's about giving. And my mom always took me since I was little to orphanages or hospitals, right? We would clean our toys or our clothes, and I think, that is philanthropy. Philanthropy is not just giving money, it's giving time, it's giving, right? And I had a profound experience specifically with kids when I traveled in Cambodia. And I volunteered in an orphanage with kids that were born with HIV. Right? We talk about trauma and how you're born into something. Like, these kids did nothing wrong, and they were just brought into the world with a disease that is most likely going to kill them. And I was there 2 weeks volunteering. It was life-changing, and I developed this love for helping kids. And it's a beautiful story how me and Tinkerbell met by accident, and then we connected in such a beautiful, deep spiritual level, and she told me about what she's doing with kids and learning more about the organization. And you know that 70% of kids whose parents have been or are in jail end up in jail? Her kids don't. We changed that for kids. And it was, I felt kind of like a calling, not only to helping those kids, but I love to follow leaders and people who really believe in themselves, who make you better. And Tinkerbell is just that person. I mean, her energy, her passion, her love, it was so attractive that I just said, I'm going to join the board and I'm going to do everything that I can. And to your question of what I'm doing now, right? So also on a personal level, I think that what everybody should be doing every day is become a better version of yourself today than I was yesterday. And if you live your life like that, you're only going to become better. There's going to be challenges, and challenges are part of life, and you're supposed to deal with them. It's just how you deal with them. So attitude is everything. So I signed up for a challenge, which was started by it started by 3 guys, Colin, Jesse, and Mark. And I've admired Colin since I found him on social media, right? We were talking about following those people that really motivate you and cleaning your social media of everybody who doesn't add any value to you and start adding those who add value to you. And Colin is one of those guys. And they put together a program called 29,029 Everest. And the challenge is that I have to climb the equivalent altitude of Mount Everest, which is 29,029 feet, and I have 36 hours to do it.
Wow.
There's about 250, 280 people that go to the challenge.
Unbelievable.
And there are people who are 20, and there are people who are in their late 70s, 80s.
Oh, wow.
They try, and the number one thing that you have to do, it's try. You have to try, and I want to do this in honor of Tinkerbell's kids, to show these kids that everything and anything is possible. Because when I share with people what I'm doing, they say, how are you going to do it? This is impossible.
I want to back up a little bit to why our past is so important, even on things that we may want to forget, right? You were born during the Holocaust. You were raised 5 years in a DP camp. There are people that don't even know what that is, except for a book. They assume that once people were released from the camps, those that could survive left and went about their lives. But you were raised in a camp for 5 years.
You know what's interesting about you reminding me right now about that? I was 5 years old when I left the camp. And in the camp, there were 189 beds. There were 189 beds. And I was 5. I was one of the few children in the beginning when we first got there. And I didn't know that this was not everybody's world. So every world you grow in, every place that you are in, when you're a child, this is the world.
That's
There's
your
nothing
normalcy,
else.
right?
That's normal. But I was going through major trauma. My parents had lost all of their family. I was it. I was the only family that they knew of that was alive. And I was a child. So knowing that they have gone through all that trauma, and the people in that particular bunk, which is 289 people, one bathroom, 189 beds.
One bathroom.
One bathroom. And I ended up going to school there. My sister was born there. So we were going through trauma, not knowing what trauma was. So the children that we work with and that Ari and you are right here, right now, trying to help, are children that go through trauma every day of their lives if they're living in a criminal home, in a criminal neighborhood, with criminals outside the door that are either gang members or drug dealers. How do you change their perspective of knowing that they're in a place where that's not the real world, that there are other worlds?
Those are the experiences. I'm thinking of what your experience must have been like, and only you know it because you lived it. Your experience that your mom took you to the orphanages, so you learn the power and the positivity of giving to others. And now you're taking this, all these past experiences, and changing the lives of these children together with your huge board and everything, because these are the experiences that they're going to remember. They're going to remember where they were, and then they're going to remember what you've done for them and the things that their extended family of all these other children have done for them. So then they continue to perpetuate and pay it forward.
Well, you know, the past makes you who you are, and then we always think about the future, right, and where we want to get to. But not many people think about the journey, right, from the past to where you want to go and how you change. So, yes, I committed to make this climb. But I started training 3 months ago, and the person that I've become in terms of my training, in terms of my discipline, waking up at 5 in the morning, doing the ice baths, going into the spirituality, how I've connected with other individuals, like this is all a journey. The climb itself, it's just like the cherry on top, but it's what I become in this whole journey, coming from the past. So you think of these kids and the life that they've lived, what they have gone through. Now it's very important to put a goal, to work towards something, to show them that this is not just the world, right? There is more. And dream big. Dream big. If people tell you it's crazy, that means you're doing something good. Because you have to think crazy.
So you're going to climb the equivalent of Everest.
Correct.
Right? You've been doing a foundation and for 35 years, and how many jobs and businesses have you created across the world?
42 companies in 42 countries created before I started working full-time with the children of prisoners.
That's just outstanding. Think about 42 businesses all around the world. That's just, not a lot of people can say that.
But you know what?
Exactly.
Even that, by the way, Bax, is I started to wake up one day and I said, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? I've been an interpreter in the federal courts. I loved it. I lobbied for a bill. By age 30, I already had lobbied for a bill and the bill was passed. I said, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Just like all of you are thinking right now. Where do we want to go? And all of you are thinking right now. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Well, I was thinking that I would like to open up businesses all over the world. I speak 4 languages. Why not? Now, can you imagine? I had no college degree. I was a survivor of the Holocaust. I was already in my 30s, and I wasn't even thinking that any of that mattered. All that mattered is that I was going to open up businesses in many, many countries. And then I realized, I can do this. I can do this. And how am I going to do it? Took paper and pencil, wrote it down. Ari decided he was going to climb this mountain, and he was going to do 29,000 feet. Who can he do it for? And he thought of us as being the vehicle he was going to take with him. Our children who are going to be admiring him more than anything, hopefully, because they're going to watch him climb and do things that are harder than anybody else can imagine, is going to do it for them.
I don't want anybody to admire me. What I want is to show them, to encourage them that anything is possible. I want everybody to admire themselves. That's who you first need to admire. That's who you first need to believe in. And challenges will come. They are inevitable. My mom always told me that the challenges that come into your life are because you can handle them, right? And when you see other people that have climbed that have gone through this challenge of walking the equivalent altitude of Mount Everest, 29,029 feet, there's a point where you say, I'm done. That's it. Everything hurts. I don't want to go through. I can't breathe. I live in Miami. I'm going to altitude. Like, everybody experiences. Something that another mentor of mine says, like, when that happens, when pain comes, what you need to do is bring pain to life, right? And it might sound delusional, and I've done it in my trainings, because it starts hurting a lot, everything, your feet. And then I just started having a conversation with pain. Hey, pain, you showed up. How are you? How's it going? Why are you here? Sounds crazy, and I think if someone sees me in the street talking to myself with pain...
Yeah, I would think you're crazy.
But then it goes away, right? We think that this pain is going to be, right? You beat the pain. Don't let the pain beat you, or don't let the trauma or anything, right? You have the capability of doing anything.
So let's
You
take
know-
let's take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about mindset, pain, and facing adversity, because throughout all of this, trauma to you is going to be different than trauma to you. And what people traditionally think of trauma is we all go through something, and more that's coming to the forefront, more awareness that there's different types of trauma. So I want to talk about that, and then how mindset plays a role in overcoming this and experiences. So more to come on the other side of this break. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873. Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft, silk, touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last. Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do, and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you don't even have any feeling at all. These symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. That is 754-222-6642, or visit us online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin And if seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. We're just talking about mindset. And I really want to get to this. When Freddie and I first started, people started coming to us and saying they work with childhood traumas and releasing them and bringing them forward. And we looked at each other thinking, what's such a thing as a childhood trauma? Like, we know the traditional traumas, right? Abuse, rape, assault, murder. But then you think, what other type of traumas are there? And we didn't understand how people were working with it. And all of a sudden now, 6 years later, which is not a long time, this is on the forefront of what's going on. It goes to mindset and how everyone has some sort of trauma that's different, but it's your trauma, it's your story to tell. And what do they say? What doesn't make you stronger?
You know what? It's more than making you stronger. When you accept that trauma is not going to stop you, that trauma is only an impetus to maybe make you do something different, that whatever is happening right now doesn't have to keep happening every day, that there are other choices that you can make. So these children can choose not to go to prison, but not to go to prison, you have to know what all the steps are. So you have to start planning your steps, like you were saying, Ari. You can't just look at a goal. No, I'm not going to prison. You got to know what the steps are going to be for you not to go to prison.
Because maybe the step is you got to wake up and put a smile on your face,
right,
and find out where you're going to have breakfast before you even think about, I don't want to go to prison.
I'm going to include the twerking in my morning routine, by the way. I love it. But it's true. It's when you talk about mindset, and this is something that me and my wife do almost every night when we are in bed and when we're going to go to sleep. She
don't share all that.
Me, no, not after. She tells me the best 3 things about her day, and I tell her about the best 3 things about my day. And I promise you that if you do this for 30 days, there's something chemical that changes in your brain that you just start looking at life in such a positive manner, because even in the worst day of your life, which we will all have, you can still find at least 3 amazing things that happened to you that day.
And I used to do that with my kids at the dinner table after school. Aww. You know, things that you remember that, and it's changed, right? Everyone's now quick to have dinner or not have dinner, whatever. But that's so important to go back to that.
Yeah, no, it's thankfulness, right? Like, I wake up every day and I breathe. I am alive. I am here. I have a roof over my shoulder, you know? It's a funny story. I was leaving work one day, and in the elevator, I said hi to someone who walked in. And I said, hey, how are you? And he said, I'm doing great. And you? And I said, I'm doing fantastic. And he said, well, you can go home with more money today. I looked at him and I said, you know what? I have everything I need today. Wow. I have my home. I'm going to my wife. Mortgage is paid. Next month, I don't know. But today, I have everything. And why will I start worrying about the tomorrows when I can enjoy the today?
Have you always been like this?
No. I think it's been in me, but since 2023, I made a choice to put into work all the things that mentors were sharing, and not just reading or listening, but put it into practice.
See, you were choosing your mentors, who you wanted to listen to instead of the people that were guiding you the wrong way. You were looking for the places that guide you the right way. 10 years old. I was 10 years old in Brazil when I said, I want to be proud of myself. What do I need to do to be proud of myself? I admire people. I want to be like them. How do I get to be that way? You start looking at, wow, that person pushed themselves and they were sick and they still did whatever they had to do. They still go to school no matter what. I showed up in school every day no matter how I felt, because it has nothing to do with how you feel. It's how you decide to act upon it. So things happen to us all the time. It happens to the children of prisoners. They have no food. They have no house. They have drug dealers around the corner. How do they choose not to be part of that? How do they choose to make it different? Show up in school because they'll give you lunch and they'll give you dinner. Pick friends that you admire and respect. Try and work harder to overcome things instead of giving up. Just the things you're talking about, what you're talking about, Don, starting a whole new nonprofit when you're already so busy, and you say, I don't have a single minute to spare. If I had suggested to you, start a nonprofit, you'd say, what? What do you mean? I'm too busy. How much do we hear all that? I'm too busy? What is the most important thing in your life? Ari, tell us, how are you going to overcome your obstacles, which are to climb 29,029 feet, when you only did 100 miles last year walking straight? How are you going to do the climb?
Again, life is bigger than myself, and I'm doing this for the kids. Every step that I take is going to be because I know if I take another step, a kid from Tinkerbell's Kids is going to see me and it's going to say, I can take another step. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to the 29,029 feet, but now I have to make it.
What if we call that event we're doing, Take Another Step?
Let's call it Take Another Step.
On the 7th or on the 18th, Baxton.
Perfect. Take
And
another step.
What it is for them to take another step. When they can tell a minute story, they can draw it, they can dance it, they can do whatever they want to do on what that next step looks like. And you can do like footprints or something.
You know what? Because it's something that I promised myself that I will do for the rest of my life. I will always do things that scare me. So that step that they are thinking about, it has to be something that's scary. She's really a cousin of a cousin through, it was a work in school that she was doing, and she did 100 things that scared her.
Like make a list?
She did 100 things, like go skydiving, hold a tarantula in her hand, and just like that, 100 more.
Wow.
And she then developed a way to how do I overcome fear, right?
So tell us how you're going to overcome fear.
So a lot of it, I use fear as my fuel.
Okay.
It's how do I use that fear to actually, because it's still scary, right?
How are you going to do 29,000 feet?
I'm going to take one step after the other, one step after the other, and know that it's for a bigger purpose.
And by the way, the audience, if they want to be part of it, we're going to be sending out an email every single week telling you another thought that Ari or we have had concerning how to take that next step. And then on the 18th, we're going to interview Ari. The kids will be there. We'll have at least 20 children or 30 children that are going to admire what Ari is doing. He's going to be sharing some of it through live streaming. So please watch out. We're going to be sending you emails, and we're going to be on social media. And then Dawn and the whole team over here will join us on the 18th of July. And you're going to watch us from, 11 o'clock to 12:30? Yeah. Watch the children actually perform the next step that they have fears with. So we're going to maybe bring out, in the next few weeks, what the kids fear most and how we can get them to get past that and take that next step. So the audience will be part of it. We will even have a contest for you to tell us how many steps will Ari take. How many steps, not how many feet, how many steps will Ari take to reach 29,029 feet?
How many steps do we think that is? Any idea? A lot.
Depends how big your steps are, right?
29,020 feet. How many steps?
It's a good question.
And there's so many. It's like, remember you used to have the jars with like Cheetos or something or
Yes.
and
I love that.
We should do like a count, like guess.
Yeah,
The
jelly
closest
beans.
Guess,
Yes.
jelly beans. Like what's the closest guess? Maybe we give them something. I don't know. A gift
They will. We'll
certificate
give them a
or
gift.
Maybe we have all your kids. I don't know if there's anything you do, but come up with a guesstimate.
Yes.
How many
That's a good
steps
idea.
it is.
The kids and also the audience, because we want to give out prizes. We want the audience to watch us live streaming and also watching our weekly
That means you're going to have
emails.
to wear a pedometer.
We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out, right? Let that be the least of our worries.
Problem
Yes.
is the pedometer.
And not only that, you can make a donation towards having one child go through our program, because we can only have so many kids in our program right now based on funding.
How many
and
kids do you
based
have?
on we have 153 children today in Miami only, and another 160 in South Carolina. Used to be 100, but we've included the kids who have been in the program but aren't there right now because they're adults and their children are in our program. 2 generations in South Carolina.
Well, does that look different because the child's already gone through, they're now an adult. We're hoping they've overcome some of those traumas, right? And now they're giving a better lesson and they're giving their children better experiences. Do you see a difference with the second generation than the first?
Well, it's such a great question. When you go to South Carolina, and we have several people going to South Carolina on July 20th, we're doing a get-together of all of our families, and we have 80 already responded that they're going to be there. We're going to Golden Corral. So whoever wants to come on this trip with us and interview them has total ability to do that, because these are the families that want to share their lives, show the success they've made. The first time we went into those communities, and Ari is doing this because of all that. He's seen the pictures, he's seen the videos of these families. When we first went into the community, we're talking about 22 years ago, it was a community that was broken down, burnt up houses. People weren't celebrating anybody's successes. The first child that went to college in that community, they put out balloons all over the community. I went to the party celebration where we were going to do the day, and there were balloons everywhere. I didn't know where to go. And one child specifically came out running towards me, grabbed my leg, and said, I want to go to college too. She was 4 years old. She just graduated our program.
Oh, wow.
And that whole community now, they go to college. They go to technical school. They have jobs and careers, including the moms and the grandparents who are back from prison. So yes, a whole community was changing. You will meet the community, because I'll videotape it and even send it to you if you don't go personally.
You know what's crazy, Tinkerbell, as we're talking about, you say that these kids think that the world, like, that's their world.
Yes, right.
That is their world.
Yes.
And people, like, I want to change the world. And we think of Gandhi or Martin Luther King, if they changed the world, but in reality, you just need to change one person to change a world.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
lives you've touched.
Yeah.
Think about the lives we all touch if we join up, if we do our own thing, but we do it together. Think of what can happen in the world. We can change lives by being the best that we can be.
I'm so
We be
excited
the role
to
model.
be working with you, and a huge thank you to Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters. They're actually the company that makes our coffee, the Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee. They also, you can buy it in Costco, you can buy their Don Pablo brand. But Darren, the owner, has always made a commitment to helping small businesses and communities and children amongst the communities. And they are allowing us the privilege of using their studio in North Miami to bring your kids and our crew, and hopefully Flo is going to be with us, to bring them all together in a central location. Their kids will love the studio. It's this big, huge green room with black walls, and everything is in there. They've got a makeup room, and it's just lovely. And so to Darren and Scott, thank you for allowing us to be part of your family and to bring this all forward.
Thank you so much. So much.
And
There's great
the coffee is
appreciation.
delicious, by the way. I'm
And the
Colombian.
coffee is
I'm a coffee connoisseur, and
Here's
the coffee
a
is
toast
delicious.
to great coffee, because I'm one of those great coffee lovers. Dawn, a toast to great coffee.
Oh,
'cause
it's a great
we
coffee
are
for
the
sure.
toast to coffee lovers.
So Tinkerbell, before we head up on the other side of the 1 o'clock hour, what is a good way for people to reach you?
305-482-3339 is our office number. My personal number, 305-469-5205. Our social media is on every single week, at least 3 times during the week. And our email is S for Sam, V for Victor, C for Charlie, at silentvictimsofcrime.org. We're going to have a big celebration, probably in August, for the 3 agencies to get together and do a fundraiser so that you can be helping 3 different groups at the same time. So you will get an invitation or call us to get an invitation. And we will send out information about the event that we're going to hold in August. We don't have the exact date yet, but it's going to be a big celebration. So we look forward to seeing you all. Thank you for the opportunity you give so many children in the world by just tuning in. So tune in again every
And
day.
people can follow Ari. Are we going to be able to track his
Every
steps
yes,
every
so
day?
we're going to be sharing through Tinkerbell's Kids social media. So I'm gonna go live. You guys are gonna be able to see me there, and 100%.
When is it?
It is August 8th. So the climb starts August 8th at 6 a.m. in Snow Basin in Utah, and I have to finish in less than 36 hours.
You have a team going to be with you?
My wife is coming with me. She is volunteering in the mountain. She also told me I can't come back home if I don't finish the mountain. So that's like a motivation
You
there.
can't. The children are going to be watching you.
She's the most amazing thing that happened to me. She encourages me and pushes me, and she's the best human being ever. And it's the energy. This program, 29,029, it's incredible because it builds community. There's about 250 people that are doing the climb. And I've connected with people from Miami that are going, so we try to train together. And I want to do this again for Tinkerbell.
So please join us on social media. You'll be seeing even Ari rehearsing and practicing for whatever it is he's going to be doing on a, what do you do it, every other day?
I train a lot, but the important thing is follow Tinkerbell. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going up. I'm just going up a mountain and that's it. But follow Tinkerbell Kids. This is where the real work is happening, where lives are being changed. That's who you need to follow.
You know what? It's amazing. This is a human being that's got his own life. Ari has his own life. He's got everything going for him. But today, he never once mentioned anything about himself.
I still
This
don't know
is so
anything about
totally
him.
unselfish to just talk about Tinkerbell's kids. How incredible is that? So we're going to do the same for you. We're going to start looking at your children, and we're going to start thinking about them, and we're going to start funding them, and we're going to start figuring out ways that your children can have a better life.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us and coming up. And I think Annie Ray's going to be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I
A
think
flight was
hopefully her
missed.
flight got in, and she'll be here tomorrow. You're going to be with us in July again with some great guests because you're going away for a few weeks.
I'm going away for a few weeks, a very well-deserved 5-year hiatus from going anywhere so that I could go to Thailand.
So, pleasure to have you co-host.
Grandkids.
Thank you so much. Ari, a pleasure to have you and
Thank
to
you,
meet
Dawn.
you. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got JC Dreesen in the house. Woo! We're going to play some music, and our good friend Denise Marsh is joining us virtually. There's a Read It, Write It Summit in Wellington, Florida this weekend, so we're going to give you some information on that. More to,
We miss you.
we miss you.
We miss you, Freddie.
More to come on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with. Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
No.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listening to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Let's hear it.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue and dreams really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with the clouds of fall behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with the clouds of fall behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why, if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? I never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something that I never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Must be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. Must be an angel. This world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on
us in a little bit. Music of J.C. Dreesen and Movies of Del Rey that we did an incredible third concert in less than a year. So she is the one and the only. She joins us here every other Thursday night on True Oldies Radio and streaming all over her pages on social media. But first, we have to kick it over to Wellington, Florida, where we've got our good friend, host of Gypsy Soul, joining us, Miss Denise Marsh. Denise and Frank A. Ruffolo they're going to be at the Read It Write It Summit that Kristen Martinelli has put together at the Wellington Greens Mall this Saturday. So we wanted to give you a quick promo, a good plug. I think you've got over, 30, 35 authors that are going to be there?
Heidi Hess is put it together.
Okay.
But Krista Martinelli will be there with Around Wellington.
Tell us about the event.
There's going to be over 30 authors. There's going to be free panels like on author writing. Writing children's books, poetry panels, a spooky one as well. They're all free. You just have to sign up for them. And we're all going to have a table with swag and books and things to buy. It's going to be 11 to 4 o'clock in the Wellington Green Mall this Saturday.
And are you you have your books that are going to be there?
Yes, my books will be there. I'll have swag at my table as well. Good conversation, jokes. Books will be available to purchase.
And Frank's going to be there also?
Frank will be there. Also, Sheila Fowler will be there. Krista Martinelli will have a table there. There'll be over 30 authors, and there'll be journalists there. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're hoping for a packed house.
Wow. Are you enjoying your summer vacation?
I am. I just lost my my registration card. I don't know. When I had my car detailed, I lost things, and I went to get a new registration for my car from the office where I live, and she's asking for my newest car registration, and I think I accidentally threw it out. So I've been spending the whole day trying to figure out how to do it online. I have to go in there. Always
got something going on.
Always. I remember one thing and I lose the other. There's like literally too many tabs open.
But you look relaxed.
I am. I got a tan, except for the rain. I'm very relaxed. I've been doing stuff for school, recertification. You look beautiful, by the way.
And I know we'll see you. Is it free to go to the event on Saturday?
It is. It's absolutely free. So are the events within the event. The panels are all free as well. You just probably have to be there early to sign up because hopefully don't get crowded.
I'm thinking we're probably going to have to add a couple more shows for you this summer so you can bring all these authors forward.
I would love that. I have a few that I'm thinking about. I also have there'll be someone there. Her name is what's her first name? Artemis Rivera will be there, and Artemis's mom, and they'll be showing Small Town Publishing. It's a publishing company that helps other authors publish. Like they have like a one-on-one shopping thing with all of the different authors displayed. So they'll have my stuff there and some other authors as well.
Where is it going to be at the mall?
Say it again?
Where at the mall is it going to be?
It's called the District and also the Ballroom. So it's like when they come in, they'll be able to see. I don't have the map on me right now, but it'll have a big sign. If they go to right before the food court, it shows you where to go. Because it's going to span out from one area into another.
Do we know where you're going to be?
Yes, I'm going to be at table 9.
Well, that's helpful.
And I think Frank is at 11. I think I'll be near Sheila Fowler.
Table 9. Maybe there's a landmark like a Macy's or a.
Let me think about what's there. Give me 1 second because I have a map saved in my gallery. So give me 1 second. I should have sent it to you before this. I'm just looking for it. I don't know. You can. All right. So let's see.
Going to look it up.
All right. So I have the pictures of where it's going to be, but you probably can't see that.
JC would like to go. Where are you going to be located?
Okay. So I'm going to read it to you. Okay.
Okay.
So it's called. They're going to have the main stage and the District, and that's right. The food court is on the 2nd floor, so it's like right before the food court. Right before. I mean, this is. I can't get the picture in there. Can you see the picture?
Okay. And when's your
But
next
I
book
mean,
coming
you'll
out?
see it right when you come in because it's going to be advertised. There's a sign advertising it. I'm trying to find the map. There is a map. Here, well, Here it is. It says the Grand Court and District Court, and you can go on this QR code too. You can go on that.
Okay,
Get
we'll have
it.
to put that up for tomorrow's show.
Yes, I'll send it to you.
And what else
But
you
you'll
got?
hear it,
What else are
everyone,
you
when you
working
come
on?
in. Say it again.
What else are you working on? Your third book?
I'm working on my third book. It's slow and steady. I have a title for it, but I'm still not totally sure, so I don't want to divulge the information yet. But I have 23 poems so far for it, and I've read a couple of them on my show.
Well, I'm so proud of you. And you've almost had Gypsy Soul for about a year now?
Yes, in August it'll be a year. We're gonna have a celebration for that. I know
What
you
are we
guys
gonna
are
do?
celebrating 8 years next week on
Yes, are
Friday.
you going to come?
I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm pretty excited about it. I watched the show. I'm gonna see what I can do with that. Hopefully, yes.
Awesome. Well, we would love to have you. I know Gypsy Soul is next Thursday, but hopefully you'll come on Friday also, or we'll find a way to bring you in or something.
I have to figure it out because next Friday I'm supposed to have my car realigned. Maybe I'll see if I can fix that appointment or something.
Car. What I love about
Yeah, the
Denise is
tires have
she's
to
so
be realigned.
authentically honest.
There's always something. Every time the car is fine, then there's another. I get an oil change and there's another problem.
There's always something. You are hilarious.
Always. Yeah, and I said to them, but I don't even drive that much, and my tires are practically new. They're like, well, you did something. They said maybe you left it out too long. I said, so I should be driving it continuously like a truck driver, and then the car will be fine. That makes 0 sense.
You're so funny. All right, so we're going to see you on Thursday. If anyone wants to go out to Wellington Green Mall, check it out. Denise is going to be there with 30 plus other authors, including
Yes,
Frank, who
11
does
to
all of the
4.
books here.
Even if it's raining, you still have to come. You can get food, you can go shopping, and you can buy books. So don't
What
let the
time's it
weather
at?
keep you indoors.
What time?
11 to 4 o'clock.
All right. That's a long day, but it'll be great.
It's going to be a great day. It's going to be exciting, and you get to meet different people, buy books, get swag. They're going to even be giving out bags, so you can fill them up with free stuff. And hopefully books.
All right. We love seeing you. Thank you so
I
much.
love seeing you too. I'll see you soon. You guys don't forget to watch Gypsy Soul, alternate Thursdays, 5:30 to 6 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a great guest next Thursday. See you then.
Awesome. Thanks, Denise.
I love you guys.
Love you, honey.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. She's hilarious, isn't she? She's got to get her car aligned. She's got a whole lot of... You have a mic? I do. Sitting here with
Sorry.
JC Dreesen, and JC says, I want to go. Where is it? And she's like, here's the map. I'm at table 9. And she says, it's a picture of them all.
I'm like, is it near Macy's?
I love
You know, like,
Denise
where
Marsh.
is it?
Denise came here last year. She did a show that, I don't know whether Heidi or Krista, I'd seen she wrote an article, and she was so freaking funny. And I said, I think you need your own show. And she's a teacher during the school year, and she's written a couple books. She says, really? Okay. And the next week, she's like, here you go. I'm going to have my own show called Gypsy Soul. She makes everyone laugh. Her show does incredibly well.
That's
she brings in
terrific.
great guests, and she's a whole lot of fun. And she always takes an Uber or a Lyft here.
Wow.
I know. Oh, look who's in the house. Mr. Martin.
Hey.
He's not really here. When he's here, it's like, the cameras start rolling. He's changing what he's doing. But it's always good to have. So thank you for bringing in lunch.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? It was just thank you for all that you guys do. and the
You got some great
crew and-
feedback?
Yeah, always. It's the show from the movies of Del Rey was amazing. Everyone loved it. Actually, Denise was there.
She was there. She loved it.
She loved it. Yeah, it was great. It was great seeing her. Thank you, Denise, for coming to the show.
You had a great show.
We had a
and you
great
saw the
crowd.
music videos. Abdullah's been putting those together. He's going through your last CD.
I can't
and
believe
he's done
it.
14, I think.
This is amazing.
He's
I
done
know
them
I'm gonna
all.
have music videos. I'm like so excited.
And he sits
I can't wait to see them.
I think they send them all to you.
No, I didn't get them.
You got to check your AOL.
You know what? Something was sent to me and I couldn't open it.
Oh,
So we have
okay.
to figure some other platform.
Because every day he sits down, he says, "I got one more video to do."
I didn't see any of them.
You're going to be here for a long time then today, looking at 14 of your videos.
Okay.
Do you like talking about what you do or sharing, or do you just like performing?
No, well, you know me. I'm a talker. You know I love to talk. That's why I have, whoops, oh my goodness. That's why I have the JC Dreesen show. That's every other Thursday
Your biggest
night.
pet peeve, I know.
Yeah, I love talking. I love schmoozing. I do the same thing when I'm on stage, you know, in between my songs and, you know, with my banter and stuff. It's all about, you know, like being real, basically, and connection with the music and the lyric and all that kind of stuff. So,
And you always do connect with your audience. You have to check out the JC Dreesen show. Every other Thursday, she talks about her pet peeve. What is your biggest pet peeve of the week?
Well, I was going to talk about that on my show, actually. I don't want to give it
All right, so
away
don't give
right
it away.
now, so you got to tune in, which is on next Thursday. Is going to be my show. So
I don't know what my biggest pet peeve is.
I have quite a
There's-
few.
I was going to say there are so many.
I mean, I'm sure everybody has pet peeves.
There's so
But-
many. Like when you take your car in to be serviced and you pick it up and there's something else wrong with it.
Oh, yeah.
That
that's
wasn't
not
wrong with
fun.
it. Like that pet peeve. And we talked about tipping this morning. Do you tip when you go pick up a coffee at Starbucks?
I don't go to Starbucks.
Or do you
so-
get a coffee? Do you get a car wash? You know, they turn the thing around. Oh, would you like to leave a gratuity?
Yes. No, I don't.
Tipping's not a pet peeve.
I don't even think of that as a pet peeve, really, because, you know, I tip when I want to tip, you know. But basically, like on the way here, we were driving on the highway, and I think my biggest pet peeves is the way people drive. I mean, they cannot talk on the phone and drive. It's like we're on 95 and someone's doing 40 miles an hour, and it's like they must be on the phone. And you pull up next to them, and you know you got to go around them because they're just holding up the traffic, and you see the guys on the phone.
Totally.
I mean, it's just like, why can't you? It's like, can you walk and chew gum at the same time? It's very frustrating. And we were talking about that. They don't have hands free in Florida? I mean, is there a law here? Because in New York, there's a law.
I
mean,
think there's a law. You're not supposed to text and drive either, but yet people do.
Well, in New York, I mean, it is complete. There is a law. I mean, it is hands free. If you're driving and you know you're using your phone in your hand, you will get a ticket. I mean, there's just no way around it. Here, I see people on the phone all the time, holding their phone in their hands while they're driving. I'm just like, what?
They got their phone. They got the lipstick on another hand. They're texting on another phone. I
They're
don't know
eating.
what they're doing.
What else are you going to do while you're driving? I mean, come on. So these kind of things, these kind of things, they really, really get to me. I just, it's something about, driving down here. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it.
Is it really that different here? I only know driving in Florida.
Oh, well, it's very different, yes. I mean, it's just the way it is here. People are just, either they're slow, and, I mean, we were actually, we're coming up Hypoluxo Road, and they're doing construction over a bridge, and it goes from, 2 lanes into 1 lane, and, this guy was behind us, and we were coming into, you have to squeeze in to go into the 1 lane. And the guy's honking us, like, from behind. And it's like, do you not see that? It goes from 2 lanes into 1 lane, and you were behind us. And where were we supposed to go? We have our blinker on, like our directional on, and we're coming in. And they're like, it's like, why would you even bother, honking us? What, just, like, slow down a little bit and let us in.
Yeah, they'd rather not.
No, people, I don't know, people are crazy. I don't get it. Just people are crazy.
It's JC's pet peeve. But you can watch JC every other Thursday night right here at our studios. You can find her on True Oldies Radio at 7:30 at night. Next gig, next concert, what's happening?
What's happening? I'm heading up to New York, my favorite spot. I'm heading up to Long Island. Actually, in less than 10 days next week. What do you mean?
Everyone seems to either
Next
go
week,
this summer
yeah.
Japan or New York.
It's crazy.
That's it.
Nice. Well, I'm not going to Japan.
But
No,
New
I'm
York it
going
is.
to I'm going to Long Island to see all my friends that I miss terribly. June 23rd, I'll be performing at the Elmont Public Library, which is free, open to the public. It's a 2 p.m. show, and it's going to be Come to the Cabaret, and I'll be performing with Stuart Waters, who's going to be on piano with me, who's very, very talented. I know Stuart for so many years. Good guy. And so I'm looking forward to that. And then on June 27th, I'm going to be at the Gene Rimsky Theater, which is Landmark on the Main, which is in Port Washington, New York. And that's a 2 p.m. show, and that's free and open to the public.
Wow.
And which I forgot to tell everybody, they're streaming the show live. So if you can't make it to the theater, you can still watch the show. You just have to go online and you sign up, and they send you an email with a link to the show, and you can watch it. So everybody in Florida can watch the show.
Is Mom going with you?
Mom is staying home, and Steve is staying home. He's got to take care of the puppies.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm flying solo.
Wow, Steve, do you know what you signed up for?
He's very,
Steve's
he's
got the
actually
puppies
very
and
happy.
Mom.
He's very happy because he's going to go and eat in all the places where I wouldn't
Shaking
eat.
his head, yes.
You know, like all the food that I don't eat. Like I don't eat Spanish food or Mexican or what's the other one? Oh, oxtail. What is that? Is that Indian?
You should take Freddie with you.
He loves all that kind of stuff, Jamaican food and all that, and I do not eat that. So he's going to be in his glory. He's going to be eating out every single night of the week, I'm sure.
Wow, he's got the 2 puppies, he's got Mom in the restaurant.
Yes.
It's good to be Steve.
He's going to be very busy. He'll be very busy all week. He's not going to miss me a bit.
That's going to be amazing. So if you're in the New York area or
Yeah.
streaming, it's
So
nothing
I'm-
like listening to JC Dreesen.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all my friends.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And JC brought in lunch for the crew, so we're going to let them partake in lunch and enjoy
Yeah.
all that.
Awesome.
And JC airs again next Thursday night right here at AMP Studios and True Oldies Radio. But before we wrap it up, everyone is texting me. Our foundation is called AMP Media Futures Foundation. And the purpose of the foundation, it is a fully registered 501c3 full charitable organization. It's to give our crew, and if you've ever been to our studio, you hear us talk about a chance to work in a real studio, to be able to have the equipment, the hands-on opportunity, the computers, the lighting, the software, and even a stipend for gas money and food. Because as the economy gets harder and more difficult for everybody, it's really hard for these college kids and our grad students to make ends meet. They're working, they're coming here, they're working with us, they're on internship hours, they're on volunteer. Oh, look at that. I think I have even sort of a flyer. Wow, what a surprise.
Look at that.
This looks like a rough draft of our AMP Media. I did not even know this existed. Our AMP Media Futures Foundation flyer to explain what we do. All donations are 100% tax deductible. They all go back to our crew and to help them do what they really love to do, to live their dream like we spoke about in the beginning. We all have a dream on what we want to do with our lives, and sometimes situations happen for finances, and we want to be able to hopefully mitigate some of that and let them do what they love to do. The creative process in this studio is so incredible that you wouldn't believe, and every time they're here, 2 years later, they leave and they move on, and I cry. Just like when Josh moved on, but thankfully he's come back. Baxton's going to be moving on, and some of our other crew. And they're extended family, and they come in as individuals. They leave as grown men and women, and they are part of our family. But along the way, there's hurdles and bills to pay. So if you want more information or want to make a donation or get involved with working with them, you can always contact us right here at the studio at 866-224-5422. Or come and just see some of the great things they do because they run all of it. So sometimes a mic may not be on 100%, but that's okay because that's how they learn.
Yeah.
And we give them the
They're
opportunity
amazing.
to safely learn and safely learn the task. And JC's been with us long enough to see part of what they do.
Amazing. I mean, and I always say this, it takes a village, and that's what it goes on here. It's a village. Everybody joins in, and They're really terrific. They really are.
And I was telling someone earlier today, we meet everyone where they're at in life, just to see what they can offer. And that's what we get to do. So they're being very quiet now, but lunch is here. So I'm going to wrap this up a little bit early. Freddie, we miss you. Sorry you're missing out on lunch, but we're going to enjoy it. JC's going to join us for some lunch. Steve is here, our crew. And then, of course, join us today for all of our evening shows starting at 5 o'clock with Artist Loft with Frank Ruffolo and Richard Sosa. We've got All County You and Your Doctor, Making Money with Laura Sanders, and then Beach Jam Media tonight at 7:30. All on True Oldies. Have a great afternoon, everyone. JC, thank you again.
Thank you.
To our crew,
Thank
my
you.
crew today, thank you for all that you've done. You can check out Tinkerbell's Kids and Silent Victims of Crime for more information. We'll keep you posted. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.